Alright, welcome everyone to another wonderful edition of Tale of Two Wastelands. Tonight we are gonna do a lot of exploring and a lot of deciding. Primarily we have to decide which factions are gonna survive our onslaught. As I mentioned in the previous episode at the very end, I'm only gonna lead house until I don't know. Until I decide it's enough and I'm just gonna kill his ass. And Vegas will be independent slash mine. With that said, let's get started. We're 106 hours in this shit. Let's go. And I haven't done any of the DLCs, mind you. So we still gotta do all the DLCs, and those are independent stories of one another. But I kinda wanna visit all the factions and get an idea of where we all stand. But right now I got that thing from Caesar. Kill or disable Mr. House. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Make sure we save it every step of the way. Yo, Victor. Go fucking go back.
Where to, partner? High roller sweet.
Nice suit, dumbass. Okay. Mario's going right there. Okay, I need to find Rex and Arcade Gannon. So let's go back to the casino because I remember that I didn't find them last time, but I do want to do their storylines. And we have a lot of deciding to do, as I said.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Yes.
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
And here's where I come in.
Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
Dr. Crimson diagnoses a terminally low discussion of caps in this conversation.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps.
Alright, I'll do it.
Great. I'll have the medical supplies. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Just because they are actually a good faction, I'm probably going to do that. And also because I could give a rat's ass about Mr. House. The Followers of the Apocalypse are actually a good faction. Like, they're literally saints. They educate, and they're basically like missionaries, but with like the purpose of not reestablishing civilization, but making sure that everyone has like their basic needs. It's actually kind of nice. It's a good faction. But one of their own is actually Caesar. Caesar was a follower that got, I think, like they got trapped by they got captured by like some tribe. I forgot what the fuck he did. But
hey, it's good to see you.
It turned out that him and Joshua Graham were both from there. Oh, he was the missionary, and the other dude was like someone else. Where the fuck is Rex? okay, I guess. Alright, we'll go grab Boone and Eddie. Let's look at our current objectives, right? Change to management. I should go here alone, actually. I'll take Eddie with me. But I can't take Boone. Because Boone's just gonna get murked. Out of my way.
Caesar awaits.
Ah, fuck off. Oh, that's what this computer was for. Broke the Lucky 38 network.
Be advised, the Lucky 38.
Where to, partner?
Presidential.
High roller suite.
But you're gonna get murdered. You're gonna shoot the moment I try to go. Let's go, buddy. Yeah, I wish that like they were like here, like they would have just come straight here. But I don't even know where these companions are anymore. They just disappeared. That's annoying. All right, Eddie.
Where to, partner?
Let's go to the penthouse. Let's talk to this asshole.
Penthouse floor.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
What's with the snow globe collection?
Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it.
I've got some snow globes for Mr. House's collection.
You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take them and put them with the rest of the collection.
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize the Tops.
Here? Yo, dog.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it.
I had some questions to ask first.
I'll be happy to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered.
Fine, here you go.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
What does the chip do exactly?
Some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I.
Okay, so he's taking. So we go to the basement. Let's take this off. This off.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun.
Okay.
All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS.
So they go from like a police face to like an army face.
Gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
So they can now the robots can just shit on anyone.
Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip.
What happens next?
To secure the future of New Vegas, I must have your assistance. The work ahead is dangerous, but you weather danger well.
Let me ask some questions first.
What did you want to discuss?
I'm surprised you haven't asked what became of Benny.
That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss?
Jeez, what an asshole. How will the NCR defend Hoover Dam?
General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see.
What's your plan? What's your battle plan for the dam?
A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn.
Let's talk about something else. What are your plans for New Vegas?
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat.
How do you intend to enforce your claim on the city?
To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table.
Wasn't the NCR army big enough to defeat your Securitrons and the three families?
Indeed, it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
What were the terms of your treaty with the NCR?
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy.
You would go to war against the NCR?
The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance.
Fair.
There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss?
What's the deal with the snow globe collection?
What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing. If you run across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss?
Where does New Vegas get all its electricity? I mean, it's obviously from the dam. I don't know why it says on this.
Hoover Dam, of course.
Even sized.
Hydroelectric dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity within a year of occupying the dam. By treaty, New Vegas receives 5% of its output. More than enough. What else did you want to discuss?
Well, what's Vegas like before the war?
It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it.
You say that you saved Las Vegas. How?
By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short.
What preparations did you make to save Vegas?
On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
Why didn't the platinum chip arrive on time?
The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War.
Yep.
It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was.
How did you nearly die defending Vegas?
Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived. What else?
Let's talk about that mission after all.
The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill.
What do you want me to do there?
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum chip.
How do I open the hatch?
You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum chip and open sesame.
What's inside the hatch?
Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking.
Oh, what's my stake in this?
I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race.
I can technically drag him along for most of the story and then murder him at the end so that the betrayal will be that much sweeter. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because it wouldn't feel like Fallout without, you know, dragging a dude that thinks that he's so powerful along. Let's do that. Alright, I'll do as you ask.
Here, take the Platinum chip again. You will need it. Upon arrival at the fort, it's likely that you'll be searched and the chip taken from you. Don't worry, it will come back to you. Make your way to Caesar's camp. Make your way to Caesar's camp.
God damn it,
Fortification
motherfucker.
Hill. Something very interesting.
Where to, partner?
We're gonna go to a casino. We can only take...
Casino.
Oh, wait.
Where to, partner?
So I went to house. I need to go to a presidential suite and get Eddie.
High
Eddie.
rollers. Sweet. Where to, partner? Casino floor.
Oh, damn it! He's following me, but he's not. Damn it!
Where to, partner?
I have to tell him to follow me. Damn it! So annoying. Eddie,
High
follow me.
rollers, sweet. Where to, partner?
Jesus Christ, that was so annoying. Eventually, Victor won't be there, so he doesn't have to do that shit. All right, let's go, Eddie.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Yeah, I got you. I bugged the tower for you.
Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Alright, so obviously that's our mission right now. We gotta go and do this, which is technically render onto Caesar. So we'll go do that. Oh wait, I need to keep that. Gotta go here eventually. In the meantime, let's go.
Move along.
So we'll see if Rex is there and if Arcade Gannon is there. And if not, I don't know where the hell they are. And I eventually have to do their stories. But if I can't find them, I can't find them. Yeah.
those tin cans of Mr. House's were tough before. Have you seen the shit they can do now?
Also, dialogue has changed for this because of the
Come to
security
Nick
trans.
and Ralph's for all your shopping
The
needs.
security trans went all Rambo mode on people apparently. They're upgraded. He's probably not here either.
Evening.
There should be one more dude.
Hey, I heard about the bug getting destroyed in the Lucky 38. We'll get in there eventually. It's just a matter of time.
No, he's not here either. Whatever. Oh. There, we're there. But not anymore. Whatever. Let's see. So we have to go to render to Kaiser. Travel to. Is render onto Kaiser bugged? The hell? Yeah, it's not. It doesn't show. All right, well, whatever. We know where we gotta go. So let's do it. I'm neutral with them now, even though, you know, I murdered this entire place a little bit ago. I'm not Wolf. Not light yet? Jesus Christ. There we go. The barrels I dropped. Oh, those barrels stayed? Oh. He's wearing a rat suit! Oh my lord! What's he?
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
Who are you?
I am Cursor Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What happened at the fort?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
What are you calling a dissolute, motherfucker? What's your goddamn problem? What the hell? Yeah, who are you calling a dissolute?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
What have I done to earn this honor?
You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest.
I'm ready to travel with you.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now.
What is considered a banned item?
Alcohol and all chems, including stims and other addictive items.
I have to bring them along. I have a congenital heart defect.
I know not why Caesar would wish to speak with such a physically inferior whelp. But I will allow this one exception. You may bear Caesar's mark, but do not attempt to share any of your medicine with anyone in the fort.
Why can't I just continue on?
Caesar strictly forbids the use of chems and alcohol. By his order, all visitors must also relinquish their arms upon entry. If you come in peace, then there is no reason to not disarm. You will not be harmed unless Caesar wills it.
Sure, I'll keep my holdout weapons.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. I'll wait.
What do I get to keep? I'm all the way out here. Shit. Oh, what I need, dog.
You may proceed. Your belongings will be returned when you leave.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man.
The Burned Man. We'll meet the Burned Man. My boy Joshua Graham. What the hell? Oh yeah, they have slaves.
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
The arena?
The work never ends.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
I need something repaired. Oh. Okay, nothing. Show me what you got for
Have
sale.
a look.
Wait. Anything here that I might need? Yes, yes, yes. Sure. I have 17,000 caps. Shit. Yeah, I forgot that. That
Another satisfied customer.
actually, let me see. What else do you have? Oh yeah, we'll get that too.
Thanks.
Have you ever met Caesar? Whatever.
I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Tell me about the legate.
He's the best the Legion has to offer. Or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man. Wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though.
I'd like to know more about you.
Shoot.
Are you part of the Legion?
No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona.
Is it dangerous to trade with the Legion?
Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off.
Do you ever trade with the NCR?
Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along.
Or something else. Alright, gotta go. Can we mod this more? That's fine. Alright, so whatever weapons I get out.
I need to rest.
You're not allowed, apparently. Use Janus Trench. Mind you, when you're playing this in the like original, right? The original settings, it's all fucking yellow. Oh, I should be carrying that out. Actually, it's very, very, very bad.
I can't wait until they let me fight.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Yeah, this looks so much better, man.
The fuck was that? I've seen crippled slaves move faster. I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
That is so awful. Oh my lord. Alright. With that said. What a start, man. What a start. It's 9 a.m.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
The camps are getting crowded.
Who are you? Slave.
If you're injured, I might have healing powder to spare.
I have some questions about you.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
A small town in New Mexico. The Legion burned it a few years back. That's how I ended up here.
How long have you been a slave?
3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught.
How are women treated around here?
We're property. If you're too young or too old, the men usually leave you alone. Usually.
You're a doctor?
I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. Healing powders and all that. I'm always running low on Xanderroot. Plenty of Brock flowers, though.
You're using one Brock flower per one Xanderroot, right?
Oh, I've been using 2 roots per flower. Thanks to you, I'll be able to create twice as much healing powder per day.
Alright, here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I had a couple of things on my air fryer. I made some mozzarella sticks, so I have to get them out. All right, tell me about the Burn Man. So, for context, right? Since we're dealing with a lot of Legion heavy lore, the Burn Man is Joshua Graham. Who is Joshua Graham? He was a New Canaanite who was a missionary with Caesar. He was, I think, his translator for the tribes, and I think he mistranslated something, and they ended up getting captured. Eventually, something transpires where Caesar is able to, like, basically commandeer the tribe. Like, I don't think they oust the leader, but something occurs, and Caesar gains the trust of the tribes. He makes Joshua Graham his second in command, right? So they conquer all these tribes. They conquer the 86 tribes, and they become what they are now. 4 years before Fallout New Vegas, the NCR and the Legion clash, right, at the Hoover Dam. He was the legate back then, right? He was the legate for Caesar. He was the second in command. Because he lost, Caesar decided to make an example out of him, cover him in tar, set him on fire, and throw him down the Grand Canyon. He survives. And now he's a legend because people claim that there's this mystery man or this mystery ghost known as the Burn Man that, walks the camps. Joshua Graham is well alive. We'll fucking meet that man. That man is the coolest bastard in this entire universe. Let's hear what the tribe, what the slaves had to say.
A vengeful spirit. Some of the more superstitious women claim. He was a great leader of the Legion before he failed Caesar. The story says he was set on fire and thrown into the Grand Canyon, but his angry spirit rose from the ashes of his corpse, looking for revenge. Nonsense, probably, but there's no doubt that many in the Legion believe he's still alive somehow.
What do you know about Legate Linnaeus?
The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it.
Let's keep walking. Let's keep taking in the... There's like a giant bro dude camp. And it's over there.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man.
Anyone over here that I should meet? You?
Outsiders are a rare sight at the fort. Step carefully around here and you might just leave alive. I'm Anthony, Master of the Hounds.
I had some questions.
Yeah?
Where does the Legion get its dogs?
We breed them mostly, but sometimes we get some good ones from Denver. That whole city is overrun with them.
You train these dogs?
Been doing it since I was a boy. The mongrels know to listen up when I start talking to them.
Tell me about yourself.
I've been around dogs all my life. They're my life. Always were. All the way back when I was a tribal. One of the hangdogs outside Denver. Dogs roamed that city. Our tribe made peace with them. Thought they were our spirit animals. Helped us hunt. Provided for us in some lean times. Then the Legion came. Good thing, too. Stronger now. Don't need those beliefs anymore.
Nice dog.
Lupa. Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our best dogs. She's getting old, but she's still a tough old bitch. Aren't you, girl? Yeah.
How can you tell me about Legate Linnaeus or Legate Linnaeus?
It took years for Caesar to conquer Linnaeus' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Linnaeus is called the Monster of the East because he never, ever shows mercy.
What do you know about the Burn Man?
He's a story to frighten the younger legionaries. He's dead. No man, no matter how tough, could survive a fall into the Grand Canyon.
That's what you fucking think.
Later.
The bastard's alive. He's full of bandages, but he's fucking alive.
You here to fight in the arena?
Tell me more about the arena.
Such as?
What are the rules?
Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who asks to enter the arena, may be pitted against one or more opponents. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions.
What do you do?
I set up the fights, keep track of prisoners available, and make sure the arena's cleaned up.
Who does the fighting?
Most of the time, it's some young legionary trying to make a name for himself, hoping to get noticed by Caesar or the Praetorians. We pit slaves or prisoners against each other once in a while, but it's not much of a show. They're usually too reluctant to kill each other.
What can you tell me about the legate?
A great warrior. When he was but a recruit, I watched him kill 10 men in the arena with his bare hands. He doesn't feel pain, and he never ever shows mercy. If all legionaries were like him, the Legion would be invincible.
What do you know about the Burned Man?
It's not something we like to speak of. The Burned Man was our greatest warrior, even greater than Legate Lanius. But he failed Caesar at the dam. He's been dead for several years now. But the rumor is that Caesar has scouts out looking for him all the same. The Burned Man was a very tough man.
A fucking Mormon survives. I have to go.
Go.
You said a Canaanite, right? Like, New Canaan is technically in Utah. In this universe. Excuse me, in this universe. So technically would oh, that was not, that did not go down the right pipe. It would technically make him the closest thing to a Mormon in this universe. Yeah, there's so much more of this camp than what I originally remember. Obviously, where we're going is over there. That's the station. But we gotta go talk to Caesar. Potato. It's Linnaeus, not Linnaeus. Why did I think it was Linnaeus? Bro, nice sunglasses and fucking hawk. Wait, these are not allowed chemicals. How do you keep that? Explain yourself.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
It's my robot, dog. Eddie, you're gonna have to wait here. People are stupid.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again.
Dudes have ballistic fists. 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes with ballistic fists, and he has one too. There is something here that I remember. I think there's a snow globe here. I don't think I'm tripping. There's something here.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories.
Fine, let's talk with you first. Come on, Caesar.
Some
Your
of
old
the
guards,
slaves
right?
have been spreading stories about
Caesar
the Burned
awaits
Man.
you. We can talk afterwards.
Alright, fine.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
You guaranteed my safety.
And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now. Relax. I'm fucking with you. You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it? Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
How much do you know about me?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile.
Yeah, well,
the time
fuck
is
you.
fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
Just give me the platinum chip and I'll be on my way.
Oh, I'll give you the platinum chip, and then you'll use it exactly like I tell you to.
What are you saying I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
What's on the other side of those doors?
I don't know, and I don't like not knowing. I know Mr. House built it. I'm thinking it's probably some kind of weapon that he can't activate from a distance.
And once I'm inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye. Wale.
Alright, I want to talk with you guys.
I suspect you'll be a valuable asset to the Legion. Assuming you're really on our side, of course.
Was there something you need me to do?
There's a gambler, Martina Grosbeck, who has a knack for learning other people's secrets and passing that information along for a price. The Omertas, who run Gomorrah, have become suspicious of Martina's frequent visits to their casino. Soon they'll pay her a visit of their own.
Why can't you take care of this yourself?
I prefer to handle these matters through intermediaries, such as yourself.
What's in it for me?
Besides the gratitude of the Legion?
Yeah, fuck you.
Don't worry. You'll be paid in coin or caps.
I'll check up on her for you.
Good. Martina frequents the Vault 21 gift shop on the strip. Hurry along, and she still may be in one piece by the time you get there.
There's a fucking thing here.
It is a great honor for anyone outside the Legion to get an audience with Kaiser.
Is there anything that you need me to do?
We recently obtained an artillery weapon, but we don't have the part or the skill to fix it.
Where do you get the gun anyway?
The trader Dale Barton salvaged it from a military base in Arizona. Yuma, I believe.
What do you need the artillery for?
The best marksmen of the NCR are usually at the rear of any battle. The gun will allow us to strike at them.
I'll see what I can do.
The tribe calling themselves the Boomers is obsessed with such weapons, I've been told. You could probably find a spare firing mechanism there.
Is there anything you can tell me about the Legate?
He's the best warrior in the Legion. A full legionary by the time he was 12, he's never lost a battle. Had the Legate been in command during the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Legion would have won. I have no doubt about that.
Are you the Legion's second in command?
No. Legate Lanius is Caesar's second. The Legate replaced the Burned Man after the Legion's defeat at the dam several years ago.
Tell me about the Burn Man.
The Burned Man was Caesar's advisor and general when the Legion was originally formed. The Burned Man led us to a disastrous defeat at the dam. On Caesar's orders, the Burned Man was covered in pitch by the Praetorian Guard, lit on fire, and cast into the Grand Canyon. Caesar has forbidden us from ever speaking his true name again. And so we simply refer to him as the Burned Man.
Spoopy. I've noticed that you don't carry a gun.
It's a tradition in the Praetorians to specialize in unarmed combat, because weapons can break or jam when needed most. However, our unarmed techniques favor offense over defense. We can charge the enemy and flatten him with our first strike before he can react.
Can you teach me the Praetorian unarmed technique?
Of course. This will take some time, and I'm not a forgiving teacher.
You've new unarmed technique, Legion Assault. You've learned the Legion Assault special move. To use this technique, initiate a power attack while running forward at the enemy. Oh no, it didn't let me keep. My sneak is not high enough. I thought there was a snow globe here. Why do I recall that? Oh no, it's this thing that I need. Pretty sure. Fine, so he wants me to go and open up this thing. Let's go do that. Because originally that's what we were gonna do anyways. But he wants us to destroy it. I want to activate it, take it for myself. There should be like a couple of explosions that should let it, like, you know, do things. Let me in?
None may enter without seeing.
Yeah, whatever.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him.
It's about time, hand him over.
Caesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Fuck you.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again.
What is this console? Weather station console. The console hums quietly, powered by some unknown source. There is a round slot on the console about the size of a large poker chip. Leave the console alone, insert the platinum chip into the slot. Insert. Opens. Enter the secret bunker, Lucky 38. Securitron Vault.
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work?
Why do you send me here?
As you know, the Platinum chip upgrades my Securitron's operating software. Well, there's an army of them here. The Securitrons policing the strip are a fraction of the total number manufactured. The rest I stored here. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
What will you do with your Securitrons?
My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
What was that you said about security systems?
The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself.
We'll see what happens.
I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense. as are the punishments for not doing so.
Status log. Most recent radiation leak detected. Okay. Turret status active, protector active, sentry bot standby.
Please stand clear.
There's one in here. Huh? Oh, the secure trench in here. Oh. What the?
On hostile target.
Oh, but they're all dead now. Oh. Okay.
Commencing attack. Hostile target identified. Commencing attack. Engaging hostile target.
Power regulator. If the bunker's power regulators are destroyed, its reactor core will overload in a matter of seconds with catastrophic results. So that would be like if we're trying to destroy this. But we are not. We're trying to like actually activate it. Oh wait. Same here, yeah. Yeah, so how do you destroy, I think, 4 of them? Yeah. So obviously, we're not gonna do that. Survival, explosives, water. What do I have? Nope. This is as far as it goes, so we are going to upgrade this. So this is the Securitron Operations console for the Securitron Vault. Software upgrades can be installed from this console. With the console alone, or insert the Platinum chip and install the Mark II upgrade software. And that. Wildcard, you and Water. Look at the boys. Look at the boys. They're active. Salute. We are done here. dog.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
Don't you worry, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Some of the slaves have been spreading.
You've carried out Caesar's will. You're
Spreading stories.
Still get to keep my stuff. Now it gives me the quest marker.
Some of the slaves have been stripped.
Oh wait, it's saving. Yo, dog.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
What is that machine in your tent?
It's called an auto-doc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science.
I have some questions to ask.
What did you want to know?
Are your bodyguards special in any way?
My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent.
How long has Lucius been the head of your Praetorians?
Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years.
Let's go about something else. Tell me about Vulpes and Culta.
Vulpes is the best of my frumentari. A remarkable individual from an unremarkable tribe south of the Utah. He was brought into the Legion as a boy, survived training, fought well enough as a legionary to be promoted to the rank of decanus. Then in battle against an unimportant tribe, he broke ranks and led his contubernium through a hole in their defenses to capture its chieftain. Well, his Centurion wanted him crucified for disobedience, so I made him a frumentari.
What do the Frumentari do?
Whatever I require. Infiltration, assassination, dramatic atrocities to break the spirit of the enemy, etc. They're mentally flexible. They operate behind enemy lines for extended periods, imitating the enemy's customs without becoming sullied. In all these things, Vulpes is a master. What else did you want to know?
Here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I heard rumors about your leg at Linnea's. What's his story?
Linnaeus is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe.
What happened when Linneaus attacked his own tribe?
He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal.
He sounds more like a savage than a general.
Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
What is decimatio?
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience.
Linnaeus will lead the assault on Hoover Dam?
Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the Legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado.
Why did the Legion lose the first battle?
It's not going to happen again. That's all I have to say about it.
I've heard the commander of the first battle was called the Burned Man.
And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. Change the subject.
What do you think of the NCR?
Do you want my opinion as a former citizen or future conqueror? Actually, my opinion's the same either way. As a young man, I was taught to venerate President Tandy of Shady Sands, the founding mother of the new California Republic. Did you know her presidency lasted 52 years? And that her father, Aradesh, was the Republic's first president? Does that sound like a democracy to you? Or a hereditary dictatorship?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Tandy was voted into office like every fucking time. So, backlore, Shady Sands is one of the first towns that you run into in Fallout 1. It had just been established. Aradesh is actually the mayor of the town. Tandy is his daughter. In Fallout 1, she's like 8. And she gets kidnapped by raiders and you have to go fucking save her and bring her back to Aradesh. So there's plot lines where like the ending is affected whether you save her or not, or whether you fix things in Shady Sands. Eventually, Shady Sands flourishes into a city, and then becomes an actual republic, the New California Republic. So that's the headquarters. So, yeah, President Tandy was voted into office each time.
Because the council didn't dare oppose her. She was too popular. She had the people's love. So things ran smoothly, more or less. And as soon as she was gone, as soon as there really could be democracy, what happened then? Ever since losing its queen, the NCR has been weaker, more diffuse. Democracy has been its weakness, not its strength.
How's the NCR weak?
Greed runs rampant. The government is corrupt, accepting bribes from Brahmin barons and landowners to the detriment of citizens. The NCR is a loose conglomerate of individuals looking out for themselves. It's lost virtue. No one cares about the collective, the greater good. It's not built to last. I'm just hastening the inevitable.
Surely the NCR is a powerful foe.
Of course. The most powerful my legion has faced. Also the first to which I am ideologically opposed. Until now, every tribe I've conquered has been so backwards and stunted, enslavement has been a gift bestowed upon them. My conquest of the Mojave will be a glorious triumph, marking the transition of the Legion from a basically nomadic tribe to a genuine empire. Just as my namesake campaigned in Gaul before he crossed the Rubicon, so have I campaigned and will cross the Colorado.
What do you know about Mr. House?
I know he's a coward, hiding behind an army of robots ensconced in that tower of his like a wizard in one of those Grognak comic books. Some say he's a man, others a machine. I don't care. He's in the way.
What role will regional powers play in the conflict?
I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me.
So it's something else. How do you rise to power?
Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge.
You were a follower of the Apocalypse?
Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the waste. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended.
What changed you from a follower to dictator?
When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time.
Why would learning dialects be a waste of time?
If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the Apocalypse. Or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects. Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me, but before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch, but the real problem was they didn't know how to fight.
What was wrong with the Blackfoot?
The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps.
What steps did you take?
I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the Apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books.
That's true. What happened after you trained the Blackfoot?
Divide et impera. Divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers' village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books.
What happened to the tribes?
Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me back west, with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus.
And since forming the Legion, all you've done is conquer other tribes?
That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My Legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my Legion will have its Rome.
The only location in New Vegas that hasn't been explored is Flagstaff, Arizona, which technically is his territory. Why is Caesar's Legion so strange?
I used Imperial Rome as the model for my Legion precisely because it was so foreign, so alien. I'd seen what had become of the NCR's attempts to emulate the culture of pre-war America, the infighting, the corruption. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. It dedicated its citizens to something higher than themselves, to the idea of Rome itself. In Rome, I found a template for a society equal to the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, a society that could and would survive, a society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana.
What does Pax Romana mean?
It means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Long-term stability at all cost. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production.
So you'll destroy the NCR because you hate its inefficiencies?
No. I'll destroy it because it's inevitable that it be destroyed. It's Hegelian dialectics, not personal animosity.
Hegelian dialectics, what are those?
How do I put this basically enough? It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books. The fundamental premise is to envision history as a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable, but the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas.
So what's the dialectic about you and the NCR?
The bombs wiped the slate clean. Human civilization descended to a level of ignorance that effectively set our cultural progress back to zero. The NCR has all the problems of the ancient Roman Republic. Extreme bureaucracy, corruption, extensive senatorial infighting. Just as with the ancient Republic, it is natural that a military force should conquer and transform the NCR into a military dictatorship. Thesis and antithesis. The Colorado River is my Rubicon. The NCR Council will be eradicated, but the new synthesis will change the Legion as well. From a basically nomadic army to a standing military force that protects its citizens and the power of its dictator. What else? What else?
I'll eliminate Mr. House.
Good. Don't know what kind of security he has inside the Lucky 38, but if you can find a way of catching him off guard, do so.
He doesn't know I went into the Lucky 38 already.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
That's the Legion, whatever. Oh, damn. No, you gotta go back. Eddie. Boy. Beeping nooses. Good beeping nooses. Beep.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Cool. So that we got a lot of, you know, information dumped in us. Let's go back and let's go back and deal with more side quests for the time being.
Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
Very well.
You retrieve your confiscated equipment on your way out to the fort. Out of the fort. Yay, we get all of our stuff back. Cool. And then alright. So alright, report to Mr. House back. Find this woman. And there's a bunch of cyclists, but let's see what Mr. House wants to do first. Let's take care of that first. Then we can start side questing. Wait. Oh wait, I was about to say. I was gonna laugh if that made a difference, but that would have been really cool.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse.
Penthouse floor.
Robert House. Let's speak.
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam.
What's the next step?
Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers. They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion.
I'd like to ask some questions.
I'd rather you just dealt with the Boomers, but all right.
So you keep control of New Vegas. What happens next?
New Vegas is more than a city. It's the remedy to mankind's derailment. The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be forged the steel of a new rail line running straight to a new horizon. What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience comfort, ease, luxury. A society of customers. With all that money pouring in? Give me 20 years, and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years, and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years, and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the wrath and folly of a bygone generation.
In the meantime, you rule Vegas as some kind of dictator.
I prefer the term autocrat. I would rule as the chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows.
What's keeping you from abusing your power?
My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have no interest in legislating or otherwise dictating what people do in their private time. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. I am impervious to such corrupting ambitions. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological and economic visionary? Yes, that Vegas shall have. What else did you want to discuss?
I want to say the way that he's selling it is really, really good, though. Like, yes, Robert House was basically the visionary that, like, you know, moved technology forward pre-war. So, I mean, it would make sense if I want the advancement of society. But also, I could let Vegas be by itself. We'll decide. It'll be a moral dilemma for a bit. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, hold on. Tell me about the boomers.
They occupied Nellis Air Force Base a little over 50 years ago. One of my Securitrons got some video of their arrival and then exploded. Odds are they were Vault dwellers. That's everything I know about them, really.
The boomers sound dangerous.
Only if you come within a mile or so of them. Given their history of extreme isolationism, it's tempting to leave them be. But those howitzers of theirs, you can't let indeterminate variables rattle around in your equations like that. They have to be accounted for one way or another.
Get back to business.
As I was saying, I need you to enlist or neutralize the boomers at Nellis Air Force Base.
I'll make sure they support the right side.
Use extreme caution when approaching the base. Their firepower is considerable. Recently, one of my roaming Securitrons observed a man near the base studying the pattern of its artillery fire. Maybe he's learned something.
So, right now, here's what we have to do, right? So, you can keep hearing him, right? We can kill or disable Mr. House, right? So that'll trigger change in management. That fails, the house always wins. Yeah, and then you have all these, right? So make contact with each of them.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Is it time?
Travel together.
I'm ready when you...
I think Eddie's at the casino. Yeah. Alright, so a couple things we gotta do, right? We gotta consider how we wanna do this. House will give us everything through the side, right? Like the house will order us like which order to follow. However, we can kill house and then decide ourselves how we make contact, right? Like how we want to rotate this. Hold on, let me look something up before I commit to like a decision. Actually, where's the... Oh, no, that's fine. Hold on, give me 1 second. I was looking up when can I stop working for him? And it basically like the other factions will lock me out of their side quest before I get locked out entirely, which is totally fine. I don't really care. I care less actually. Mercy on those poor guys. I see.
I heard some squatters talking about some fancy creatures coming into the area soon. Like we need more NCR here.
Where's your dog?
What can the king do for you?
Where's the dog? Dog is gone. Goodbye, dog. Well, I don't know where it is. I tried. We'll see how the quest triggers when we're up there. Maybe he'll just like magically fucking appear.
I heard some squatters talking about some fancy pants rangers.
Okay. Oh, I had that letter to like go to the NCR embassy. Hold on. That's right. The NCR embassy's past the Ultra-Luxe. Back in the strip. Good lord, man. Just like boom, exploded. Unfortunate.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was pounding on
There's a side quest, right?
Howdy, son. How can I help you? But make it quick. Goddamn heat's worse in this town than in the middle of a Brahmin herd at noon.
You look more than just hot. What's the matter?
Sharp eyes on you, all right. We've gone through a heap of trouble to get in town. Ethel says I just need to wet my throat. A drink? Nonsense. All I need now is to settle a score. We didn't come a long ways just to stroll our best clothes around.
What was that about settling the score?
There's a long list of grievances that Heck Gunderson's got to answer for, kid. I'm here to make sure that rancher stops stealing our lands. If he ain't chiseling behind your back, he just sends his men ready for a fight. Then you either sell your ranch for a penny, or you're dead. I'm tired of being trampled over, kid, and I got a good mind to stop Heck once and for all.
What else can you tell me about Heck Gunderson?
What more you want? He's a slithering snake, what he is. One of the biggest landowners this side of the Colorado, and it's all stolen, I tell you. All that money buys him any NCR senators he wants. Scoundrels like Heck. There's just no way for us small folks to get by, much less prosper, kid.
How is Heck a threat to other rangers in the wasteland?
We're honest folk out there. Damn hard to make a living in the desert, kid. Heck's a different breed. goddamn thief he is. Scaring us into giving away our lands is all he's done to strike it flush. Comes packing iron, and none can hold a candle to his men. Bad blood.
What do you plan to do about him?
I have no illusions that he'll ever stop his plundering, so I'm just gonna make him suffer. That's what I'm gonna do. Here in town, he's got a few of his armed men to protect him. I just gotta find out what he's up to, and then I'll know where to hit him hard.
The best don't come cheap, Walter. 500 caps is my fee.
All right, kid. I'm taking a liking to you. It's a deal. Where I come from, we appreciate good intentions. I reckon you could help me figure out what he's doing in town. Tell you what, that Chiseler's blowing hot air over at that there fancy casino, the Ultra-Luxe. Find out what's his story here, will you?
Okay, I'll be back when I find out more.
All right, kid. I appreciate it. I hope to see you soon.
People will.
If you don't mind, I have to look after my husband.
What are you and he up to out here on the strip?
He's got his reasons. And when that man gets a notion stuck in his head, he's like a bighorn or bull that's seen red. And if it means Heck Gunderson's involved, then you better step aside before the stampede tramples you over.
What's so important about Heck Gunderson?
If that's what you want to talk about, go see Walter. He'll talk your ear off. Everything he says about the evils of Heck Gunderson is true, but I've never held the notion that fighting evil with evil carries the world forward.
Is there some way I could help you out?
I don't suppose you have the magic powers necessary to bring my husband to his senses, do you? He swears he won't leave this godforsaken city until he's seen Heck suffer. So far as I can see, we're the only ones in pain.
I mean, I'll see what I can do.
That's very kind of you. Maybe this'll be the dawn of a new day.
Howdy. Good seeing you again.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, they don't care much about that right now. We'll deal with them later. Alright, like, what are the options? Find out the person behind Heck Gunderson's visit to the Ultra-Luxe, and optional Ethel Fivas wants her husband Walter to forget about Heck Gunderson and return to the ranch. Well, he has his reasons, so let's hear him out, but we need to hear both parties out in this case. We also need to, oh yeah, so, I forgot about this. Vault 21 actually survives, and it's full of gamblers, so like they turn out kind of okay. But it's like a massive gift shop. Hello.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world.
What other things do you sell in this gift shop?
I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too.
Vault gears. Well, can you show me what you got? Actually, let me see anything else. Let's see what you have for sale. Okay. I would like to hear again. A Vault Hotel. What was it? Well, what it? Was it like this before the war?
No, silly. Of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever.
What's so special about this vault?
My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh yeah, if you like.
Sure, I would like that.
Rightio, Daddy-o. Let's do it. All right, please follow me. We'll head into the vault right away. This bunker protects the entrance to the vault. Solid stone outside and thick steel on the inside. Above us, there's a control center for this level of the vault's life support systems, electric grid, radioactive shields, and all that jazz. Don't get lost. My vault has many corridors and rooms, although it is no longer symmetrical after Mr. House threw us out.
Mr. House sees controls as well.
This is the main game hall. Here we settled the big disputes among the vault's levels. Chosen representatives gambled against each other here. The winner earned the right to settle the dispute as wished by the collective. We used to have such parties in this diner. A bitch to clean later, but well worth it.
Nice diner.
This hall leads to our guest rooms. You can use the first room on our left, but no snooping next door. That's my room. Always was. Down there is the game room. Each side of the vault had one, but the other is filled with concrete now. Okay, that wraps it up. I'll see you soon. Good to see you again.
Are you the owner of this hotel and shop?
Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House.
What does Mr. House have to do with Vault 21?
Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact.
Why did he fill the vault with concrete?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas. Woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh.
I have other questions for you. You said that Vault 21 wasn't always a hotel.
No, silly. Of course it wasn't always a hotel.
What does Mr. House have to everything? Yeah. You run this place then?
Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should. Almost.
Do you miss the old days of the vault?
It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through gambling. Lady Luck cast no eyeballs, you know? So, nobody shafted anyone else. Yeah, I miss those days.
You know Doc Mitchell?
Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that name in a long time. I was just a child and he had a big mole in his rear bumper. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch is doing well.
Do you get a lot of business here?
Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin Baron once in a while, and recently circled couples shining big rocks on their fingers.
Found a limited edition Mojave Landmark Snow Globe. Found the strip. That's what I needed. Easy, let's read her term because we're evil. Messages. New message from Sheldon. Hey Lucis, how are you holding up? I miss you so much, Sarah. This place makes me want to run back to our home every single day. I just had to write you so that I could feel a bit warmer. The warehouse cold air weighs on me as heavily as the concrete that Mr. House dumped in our vault. Then be his soul. Yeah, I imagine you did not expect that outburst from your cool bro, but I'm reaching the end of the corridor here. Emptiness is my muse. Doubt is my only mistress. Everything that once inspired me slowly drifts back into nothingness, into an unfathomable void where neither I find light nor its radiance searches for the spring of my soul. Bah, don't worry. Bah, don't I sound pathetic? I do not wish to worry you, little sis. I just wish that I could be there with you right now. Perhaps once I find my strength again, once I finish the latest suggestions for Mr. House, I'll venture into the strip and visit you. My thoughts are with you, hot-headed roadster, and that's our influential friends. What's this? This is Charlene Tan writing you to say thank you for the great experience we had at your hotel. I can't wait to tell my inner circle. As you recall, my husband Biff is a very respected and influential man in our wealthy community. Miss Schatz, Ingrid Dango, and Lady Bofton will soon come to tea to our estate, and I will direct them your way. They will love the quaint and rustic feel of your cramped corridor underground hole to the cheek. Even Biff still talks about his new favorite ranging garb. The leather from my Vault 21 suit contains the scent of unwashed ages, he says to all visitors, but he won't let them try it on for 1 minute, dear. Most sincerely, Miss Stan. Jesus Christ. Sent mail. Hey you. But shaking, my cool bro. You'll be happy to know that our vault is back and coasting along. Even with those Legionnaires' bad news, we still get plenty of NCR squares down here. They're all chirpy and don't appear to mind that Caesar is cruising in for a bruising all over the place. Maybe the NCR is stronger than we thought, huh? Don't know. Do you think we can trust him over Mr. House? I still feel all clutched over what he did to our home. I mean, yeah, it is good that we got to keep the part of the vault, but I can't shake the thought that one of these days he'll just push me out into the open once he does not need us anymore. I tell you, we should have never accepted his challenge. The chuckster tricked us, I'm sure. Anyways, they lost a gamble. Anyways, you've heard all of that before, and I just wanted to bring you a smile. Cheer up, Buttercup. I miss you, Sarah. Okay, that's nice. You don't have more valuable mail for me. Now I gotta hurry. You can get there before you can hack your computer. Everyone. this shit. Anything new? No. Anything new? No. Cool. So that was Vault 21. So that vault survives.
Strip secure.
Cool. Michelangelo's shop. Gambler. Traveler. Michelangelo's workshop. Where is Michelangelo himself? That's the question. Is he around? Are you Michelangelo? No, you're not. Assistant.
Hey.
Kate.
Hi. What can I do for you?
What is this place?
You saw our front sign, didn't you? This is where all the beautiful signs of the Strip become a reality. It all comes from Michelangelo's imagination. We do a little work here and there too, sure, but he's the real artist.
Who is Michelangelo?
He's the reason the Strip shines like a star at night. Mike's imagined and built every sign, billboard, and light you'll see around here.
Where can I find Michelangelo?
Check out the back of the shop. He's usually working there.
How long have you worked here?
I've been here over a year now, though I'm not one to get tired for long. I plan to roam the wasteland once I'm ready. The people need light and kindness. There's too much fear and pain out there already.
Where is this guy? Is that you?
Hello?
Michelangelo.
Oh, hello, I am Michelangelo. How can I... wait. Are you here to deliver more billboard requests? Please tell me you're not a messenger on behalf of Mr. House.
No, I'm not here for anything like that. Who are you?
That's great to hear. Really great. I'm Sheldon from Vault 21, although here I go by my artistic name, Michelangelo. So what brings you here?
An artist. Rare thing to see. What's your story?
Well, not much, really. Vault 21 was my home. My dear home. I left it to explore the outside world. At first it was a marvel to behold. My inspiration flowed true, and its works caught Mr. House's attention. And that's how I ended up in this place.
It sounds as if you don't like this place. So what is wrong with it?
I feel haunted by something terrible. Working in such a huge workshop often makes me shiver. I can't even leave the Strip.
So is this fear of the outside world draining your inspiration?
Yes, I think so. But please, keep quiet about it. Without inspiration, I'm as good as a tumbleweed drifting in the barren wasteland.
You exhibit clear symptoms of acute agoraphobia. I can help. Agoraphobia is the fear of going outside.
Ah, an educated fellow. Now that is almost as rare as artistry. So, how can you help me regain my inspiration?
I think someone professional should do it. I know this guy in Freeside, really good at trepanation. You'd be amazed at how...
Stop right there. I'm sorry, but there is nothing wrong with my brain. What I need is something that
Several years of psychoanalysis and a few thousand gaps a month will fix you.
What? Are you serious? I am an artist. I need inspiration, not therapy.
I could escort you to the Wasteland. It's not so bad.
Thank you for the offer, but I think I really can't go to see... Wait a minute. I know, I don't have to necessarily be there to see it.
What do you mean?
Yes, that's it. I have a camera. It is old, but it should work. Perhaps you could bring me images of inspiring landmarks.
Mickey, photography is a risky business. This will cost you a lot.
There's an opportunity for profit anywhere, huh? Even if it means preying on the helpless.
Hell yeah, brother.
You shuckster. 150 caps each if they're good.
I'm glad we have an understanding. Now, do you have any landmarks in mind?
I've always wanted to see the dinosaur and its thermometer sign at Novak. Then there's the famous Bison Steve sign. The McCarran Airfield and the Helios 1 power station signs are of much interest to my work. Like the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters bottle.
Alright, you got yourself a deal. I'll return with the
Thank
pictures.
you. I really can't thank you enough for this. Please, get me all the pictures. I'll compensate you accordingly. Oh, and if you need more camera film, then just come back and I'll get it for you. Again, thank you.
Classic inspiration.
Hey.
So many side quests. Look at this. From like, what is it? From here. Yeah, this is the only one that has been triggered. Then the other ones haven't been triggered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different quests that we gotta like tackle.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Ambassador Crockett.
You can find him in the main embassy building, inside the gate and to your left.
What is this place?
This is the NCR Embassy, our little slice of heaven on the Strip. The main building houses administration, while the other building is the MP headquarters on the Strip.
What's happening on the Strip?
The usual. Troopers getting drunk and causing problems. Like that's a surprise to anyone. Hell, I plan on getting drunk once I'm done with my shift. Maybe even head over to Gomorrah for a good time. Sir.
Sir, at the end. Oh my lord.
Hey.
Go over here first. I remember you.
I heard you killed Benny over at the Tops. I bet you think you're some sort of tough cookie. A piece of advice. If you mess with any of my men, you'll regret it.
What's happening on the Strip?
Yeah, more of the usual. We're keeping an eye on the troopers to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Yeah, the only stupid one we've had lately is Private Irwin. He's starting to cause more trouble than he's worth.
Oh, what can you tell me about the Ambassador?
Crocker isn't too bad. He mostly stays in his office now. If you have any questions about the embassy, you should ask him. He'll talk your ear off.
I'd like to know more about you.
Not much to tell. Keeping the troopers in line and monitoring the Strip keeps me busy. It's my job, and I'm gonna do it well. Now, if that's all, I've got work to do.
What is it?
You don't have a name. Bathroom. Bathroom. Jail. Fuck are you? is the embassy.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you?
I'm looking for the ambassador.
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
What can you tell me about the embassy?
The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
Everyone's like, this man's not gonna shut the fuck up about the embassy and how he was made ambassador. Please refer to him for any further notice. Tell me about yourself.
I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can actually help you with?
Wow, what a bitch.
Sir?
Just trying to make conversation. Holy shit. So mean. I get it. You gotta do your job.
What is it?
I don't think anyone's gonna come here. What's that? Interesting.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
You have my attention. Go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
I'll find and talk to them.
Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us.
I'd like to know more about the NCR.
I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all.
Go on.
Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble, but that's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress.
What's happening around the strip?
It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness. It's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore.
Tell me about yourself, Ambassador.
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago, back in the NCR as the local mayor, and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship.
Interesting. Go on.
I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know?
Okay, so that makes it so that the NCR also wants us to help him out. We also got classic inspiration, so we should probably start doing some of these like smaller side quests, right? And then we will decide the fate of these tribes. Starting with the boomers. Finally, that's who we gotta deal with first. So let's see. What can we do first? Are these stations close to us? Answer is no. You gotta do whatever's around here and then we'll start moving accordingly. Wants us to go down to Valley. We don't need to go there just yet. Bolt 22. This guy's somewhere around here.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gomorrah. Check your weapons with me.
Okay.
You'll get these back.
So this is Gomorrah. As you can tell, named after the city of Sin. Right? One of the two. Interesting place. No. Sweet slow. Perhaps. No. Mainland. Okay. Okay, so there's gotta be a way to go around here. There we go.
The Tops is a real snooze fest. I hope they get some new shows soon.
To the courtyard.
Well, what do we have here, huh? Let me guess. You've heard about the mistress who makes all your fantasies come true. So you followed the call of your desires, all the way to the arms of Joanna. Moi. Now that you've found me, I wonder, do you have what it takes?
I always have what it takes.
Oh, confident. I like that. So, what do you want to do with what you've got?
The better question is, what are you going to do with it?
Oh my, aren't you something else? I guess you'll have to see for yourself what I can do, huh? Consider it on the house, honey.
Actually, let me ask you some questions.
All right, honey. What do you want to know?
I'd like to know more about you.
Yes.
Contracted pupils, involuntary spasms, medic skills quickly, Joanna. I can help.
I didn't think it showed. I guess that it's worse than I thought. Look, we can't talk here. If you think you can help me, follow me to my room, please.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me, hun.
I help you now. I'll help the other dumbass. I remember this quest. Then again, I didn't do a lot of Gomorrah side quests because I didn't know these courtyards existed. Also, I hated going through the hassle of, like, one, the controllers were not responsive very well on console. That was a fact. But two, the loading times, man, they were so bad. It's nice little courtyard. And you got your own room? That's nice.
Okay. We can talk here.
Tell me about your problem.
I don't know what's happening to me. I can't feel a goddamn thing anymore. Empty and poisoned like the wasteland. I'm afraid I won't make it out of here. Not without Carlitos. If the Med-X doesn't kill me first, Caccino or another Omerta will. I look pathetic, huh? The great Joanna. And now, I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Tell me about the Omertas.
What do you want to know about those sons of bitches?
What's the Omertas' role in Gomorrah?
They run the place as a center for all their dirty scams and extortions. Gambling, sex, drugs. They'll use whatever works to exploit your weaknesses. Hooker, customer, it doesn't matter. Everyone here's a pawn to the Omertas. Playing and dying by their rules.
Tell me about their leaders.
Nero's the pack leader, and Big Saul's his right hand. What Nero wants, Big Saul does. Then there's Caccino.
What's the deal with Caccino?
He's a filthy monster. I've been with perverted men, but Caccino's done things to me that even other Omertas would also want to kill him if they knew what he does. He's broken so many of their rules that I don't know how he still breathes.
What's Carlito's story?
He was an Omerta that fell in love with me. They don't ever mix with people outside the family, you know? He was planning to escape with me, but Caccino found out about us. So he did something, talked, I don't know. And Carlitos disappeared.
Caccino talked because Carlito broke Omerta rules?
Caccino doesn't give a shit about rules. Only cares to feed his perversions. He lusted for me. He's done things to me. Look, I'm stuck here. I know that. Carlitos is the only thing that kept me going. And now I don't have anything left.
What if Carlitos lives?
If he's alive, he's long gone. The Omertas want him dead now. If you meet him anywhere, I'd do anything to get him back and escape this hell. Although I'm not keeping my hopes up.
If he lives, I'll find him for you.
Hun, nobody's given me a free thing before. What's it going to be for you? Caps? Sex? Straps? What?
Nothing. I'll just find him for you.
What? Are you serious? Well, I'm not complaining, hun. Thanks so much for your help.
People are trapped in situations like that to have a soft spot.
This place smells like booze and sex. That's why I always come back.
Another sec was we just picked up. Where's this guy? I see. No, where was it? You, Dazzle.
Hey there, sugar. I'm Dazzle. What can I do for you? Or to you? You're so handsome, I might just give you a discount.
You ever spend time with a trooper named White?
Yeah, he used to come around here a lot. Haven't seen him in a while, though. Why?
He's gone missing. I'm trying to track him down. Any ideas?
He used to go on and on about water and the farms east of the Strip. He was talking to one of the farmers named Bascom. Had some problem with NCR. Boring as hell, but it was his money and his time. So I let him talk about whatever.
Where are you from?
Well now, that's unusual. Normally no one cares enough to ask. To be honest, I don't rightly know. My mama was from around these parts. I can remember her face, but not her name. More than I can remember of my daddy, I guess. We lived in Westside before the Omertas bought me. As bad as it can be some days in here, it's better than living in that dump. Don't be a stranger.
Okay, so we gotta go find that dude. So we'll do side quests as we deal with like the several groups, and that's how we'll explore the land. I think that's probably a better way to approach this.
I hope my dad doesn't find out how much money he owes me.
Where is this guy again? Trent Bascom. What does that sound familiar? Okay, yeah. Mr. Bascom.
Howdy. Something else I can help you with?
I'm looking for Corporal White. I was told that he'd spoken to you.
Yes. He said he was looking into the water shortage, but I haven't heard back from him. Got the feeling he wasn't here in any official way. White was talking to me about computer stuff and water delivery schedules through the pipes, but I'm just a farmer. Tech stuff is beyond me. The last person I saw him talking to was Lieutenant Romanowski. Romanowski's around here somewhere. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful.
Mr. Romanowski.
I'm not a recruitment officer. You want to join the Army? I'm sure someone at McCarran can point you in the right direction.
I'm looking for Corporal White. Trent told me you'd seen him.
Corporal White is currently solving the mystery of the Great Water Shortage. Tried to convince me he had proof even. I didn't buy any of it. He went over to Westside to talk to Tom Anderson. Anderson's a follower of the apocalypse. Helps the people in Westside grow crops or something.
Crops in Westside. The apparent water storage here can't be a coincidence then.
I really don't see the connection. Look, I'm a soldier, not a scientist. I just do my job.
What can you tell me about the followers of the apocalypse?
They're based out of the old fort in Freeside. They supposedly helped the NCR out at some point, but they go their own way now. They know stuff about tech and medicine and usually help out anybody who asks. Can't say I know any more than that.
Have you heard anything more from
Haven't
White?
seen him. Serves him right if the NCR declares a Maywall.
Do you have anything against White?
He's a glory hound, always looking for a way to get promoted to Ranger. Thinks he's too good to be a regular trooper like the rest of us.
Jealousy. Trent Vascom says that he's not getting his full allotment of water.
The Office of Science and Industry has carefully calculated the amount of water needed for these crops. The whole thing is handled by computer. Besides, most of these crops look fine to me. If the farmers can't handle the job, they shouldn't have signed up in the first place. If there really is a problem, they can take it up with Lieutenant Boyd at McCarran. Farming isn't my department.
What can you tell me about these fields?
Impressive, aren't they? You don't see anything like this outside of NCR territory, that's for sure. We get the water, clean water, pumped in from Lake Mead. If you follow the big pipes, they'll take you all the way to the lake.
Why are these fields being guarded?
A lot of the crops grown here support the various NCR camps in the region. McCarran, Goff, and Forlorn Hope, to name a few. We can't have Wastelanders popping in here for a free meal, so my squad and I are assigned to keep things from going to hell.
So you went to talk to someone over here. So good thing, right? So we have a couple of things now that we can do. Yeah, we'll keep doing. We'll do this. We'll explore the region around New Vegas, and then we'll start branching out. Right. So from here we want to go. North Gate. Yeah, I think that's the closest that we can go. Right. North Vegas Square. Sure, let's go in here. Hello.
One of these days, Red Luce is going to show off her death claws.
Whoa. So tough.
I see a lot of folks come and go, but none fit your type. Where you come from, stranger?
Relax, I only want to ask you.
And I only ask first. I'll try one more time before I find out the hard way. Where you come from and where you going.
I'm just another wasteland wanderer. Why the suspicion?
Because that's the law of the land. You never know when someone's going to stab you in the back. And I like mine upright. Maybe one day, stranger, when you've seen all I've seen, done all I've done, you'll sooner trust a rad scorpion than a new face in the wasteland.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. I see you can take care of yourself. Your revolver trigger shines like silver.
You got a sharp eye on you. I take it you like guns, huh? Question is, can you handle more than just a weapon?
What do you mean by more than just a weapon?
I mean, you've got to know yourself before you can truly know the gun. So let's see it, stranger. Do you know yourself?
I am one with the land.
We see eye to eye, we speak warrior to warrior. And I thought myself too old to find an equal. Listen, warrior, there are two kinds of folks. You load your gun like an ordinary man, or you load it like a devil. We ain't ordinary, are we? See, I pack good brass up with slow-burning powder, then cap it with the heavy semi-wide cutter bullet. That's how you make 44 ammo that'll put the fear of the heavens on any waster that dare cross your path.
Thanks, Jules. Tell me more about you.
That's a long one, stranger. Let's just say I got tired of killing in the wasteland, and now I found a better home for my old butt.
What do you do around here?
Outer Vegas ain't exactly a safe place. Despite our numbers, the wasteland creeps through every nook and cranny. I make sure any dangers to the people of North Vegas stay outside our barrier, stranger. Day and night, I stand watch.
Tell me about North Vegas.
We're independent folks here. Merchants, gamblers, NCR whores. All of them trade with us, and we offer protection against critters and the fiends.
NCR whores?
You heard me. We don't like those stiff-backed, clean-handed little pussies. New Vegas belongs to the people. The NCR is just a corrupt and bloated monster no better than any other wasteland crawler. We make this land wealthy, and we ain't giving it up.
What's the deal with the fiends?
They're a bunch of lunatics so pumped full of chems they don't give a damn about life anymore. Fiends rape, kill, and maim for the hell of it. Vault 3's fiend territory. Those shitheads attack West Side all the time, even making it to the rest of Outer Vegas when they crawl under the sewers.
What's your opinion of the NCR again?
The NCR...
Okay. Let's go back to my other questions. Wow. I think there's something I'm missing here. The gray.
Get lost.
Some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let them go. That's unusual.
So plans to do this quest, right? So that will take me around here. And then do the Sunset Sarsaparilla one. And then that will cover this area of Vegas, and then we'll do the boomers first. And then, as we do the boomers, afterwards we'll cover all of this. Because there's a lot to explore. Oh. I want console commands. Out of here with that. HH Tool Company. Sure, let's go inside. Why not? We have nothing to lose. Email 2020. Effective immediately, the following company policies are in place. All cameras are forbidden in office areas and on the factory floor. 2. No more than 3 employees are permitted in the break rooms at any time. 3. In accordance with the wishes of management, all bathrooms have been sealed off and walled over. Employees are requested to attend to all waste disposal needs before or after work hours. Jesus, if you have any questions about these policies, please email Human Resources. Thank you. Oh my god, okay. 2 years later. September 25th, 2022. Updated. Hello again, everybody. Mr. H has requested the following rules be added to the H&H Tool employee policies. Please note that these rules are effective immediately. 1. Employees will conduct all spoken language business in English. Yes, this includes dealing with international clients. 2. Rooftop access is strictly prohibited. 3. All employees must submit to random DNA screenings to isolate the traitor gene. What the hell? Last email, 2023, November 8th. Security update, very urgent. Hello, fellow H&H employees. Mr. H has asked me to pass on the detail of our new security systems. This is very important, so please read it and confirm via email that you understand the procedures. 1. Automated heavy turrets have been installed in both cubicle areas, the central catwalk, and outside Mr. H's office. You must have your ID pass on you at all times, or the turrets will open fire, and we certainly don't want that, do we? Remember, no sudden movements until you hear the click. That means the turret has recognized your ID signature and you're safe to pass. 2. Employees must submit at least one of the following on the first payday of each month: 1 vial of blood, 20 nail clippings, toenail or finger clip is fine, but not a mix of both. 1 lock of hair or a 5 square centimeter skin sample. These samples will be retained for monitoring purposes. What? Any employee seen to be cohabitating, colluding, or cogitating with any of the following groups will be terminated immediately. Foreigners, Masons, Carpenters, tragic players, illegal aliens, extraterrestrials, or the Flemish. What? If you see Mr. H in the halls, do not make eye contact. Making eye contact with Mr. H will be seen as an attempt to steal his thought energy and will be grounds for immediate dismissal. Yes, even if Mr. H is wearing his special hat. Please, thank you all for your patience with our little reorganization. Now get out there and make the best gosh darn tools in the West. Access to the Hidden Network. Journal. 2062. July 12th. It's worse than I fear. Henderson sent a 10-point memo outlining the benefits of the machination and automation, as if I wouldn't know he's been plotting with my half-brother this entire time. I knew he was a weasel-dick traitor from the moment I laid eyes on him. Only one thing to do, one thing and the company. My father's legacy is safe forever. Cindy Lou will bring him to me, and then I'll make an example. The bastard will learn why you don't cross the house. Oh, this house is brother. Hello, fire, pew pew. Okay, you guys do pew pew a little bit. Next door, the kitchen. Very good, boys. Very good. Keep the. Get that out. Get the terminal. Email from Dobson O'Hill. To Jackson. What the jumping monkey fuck? Are you out of your mind? You think they aren't monitor emails? Don't send that seditious shit my way. What? Now we gotta find that. Wait, hold on. No. No terminal. Let's see. From Alan Dalton to Jenny DeSoto. Ravco, Jenny, what the hell is up with these guys? They've been coming after our market share like they've got something to prove. No, strike that. This feels personal. Mr. H run over Ravco's dog or something? Alan. P.S. My wife's out of town for the weekend. Why don't you come over after work Friday? Bring the accordion and the riding crop. Huh? Okay. Wild. Bro, imagine having to like work your way around this thing to like get to your computer. Wait, hold on. What the Imagine. Sir, I gotta get through that. Like, there. From Jack to Dobson Grill. Dob, have you seen these new HR rules? What the hell is going on here? I swear, if this place didn't have great benefits, I'd be out of here. What the jumping monkey fuck? To Jenny Asoro. Jesus Christ. This is not bold at all. Hey, sexy. I just fed Alan a line about having to play the Loch Ness Monster and a play this weekend. So I'm free Friday night. Want me to bring the stovepipe and the souvenir moon rocks? What? From Alan. Dobbs, Jenny said your brother might know something about these Robco guys that are kicking our asses on the trading floor. You heard anything? Alan, yes, the wife's away. The wife's away this weekend and Jenny's busy. Why don't you bring over the rubber sheets and the souvenir elephant foot trash can and remind me of what I've been missing? What the actual fucker is wrong with these people? My God. Whoa. You're fucking wild. Oh wow, that's fetish these motherfuckers have. I mean, good on them, but goddamn. Hitting access drive. Journal. April 6, 2068. No more haircuts, no more trims. They can use it to steal your thought energy with their eyes. I have a special hat that stops them. The special hat is special shotgun. Father, why have you stopped talking to me? You always loved him best, didn't you? This dude went insane. This was House's younger brother, I think. From Jenny to Alan. Beats me, Alan. I tried to check their SEC filing information, but the whole company is like a maze. I can't even tell who's in charge. I emailed Dobson about it. His brother's a private investigator who does a lot of corporate stuff. Maybe he'll have an answer, Jenny. Sorry, babe. I can't this weekend. My church choir is doing a musical theater retelling of the life of Saint Columba, and I have to work the Loch Ness Monster puppet. Ow. What was that? I guess it was like a grenade that went off. Whatever. Nothing. No more wild emails. Jesus Christ. That's on but doesn't work. And okay, cool. That's the end of this side. Take that flame of fuel. Nice suspicious terminal. Another hidden drive, I'm assuming. Yep. Journal 2077, April 15th. Cindy Lou can no longer save me. What? Well, I'm gonna disarm that real quick. That's a grenade. Oh, that wasn't a grenade. Okay. Got the lucky 38 VIP card. So I could have come here and like got the VIP card. Anthony House. Yeah, this was his younger brother. Let's try to hack this. Okay, so this will let me do this. Override. Journal entry 2061, May 14th. As the years roll on, I find myself missing Father's advice more and more. I wonder if he would be proud of the decisions I've made. But no, such second guessing does me no good. I won't be weighed down by the past, and I won't waste energy on ancient family history, especially when that history isn't really family at all. 2062, January 19th. I'm beginning to mistrust Henderson. I think he's conspiring with my bastard half-brother to seize the company. I built this company, damn it. I won't be outfitted by some Johnny-come-lately fancy college man with his robots and his degrees. I've asked Cindy Lou to keep an eye on him, to monitor his email for suspicious activity. Journal 2077, June 19th. They've all turned against us, haven't they? Cindy Lou is right. I've got no choice. May God forgive me for what I've done. All my employees, all those people I thought loyal friends. Was I wrong? Am I crazy? I've scattered these journals across all terminals in the office just in case. They won't take me down without a fight. As soon as I finish the sentry, I'm activating the security systems. If you're reading this and you're an American, God bless the USA. If you're reading this and you're my brother, see you in hell. Huh. Interesting. We'll see. That lucky 38 override might be useful later, so just keep that in mind. And I got a VIP card as well. Can I go inside this hut? Oh, I remember that. Okay. That's part of a quest. Do I have to go inside to trigger it? I remember it's like a heist.
Hey there. What are you doing here, stranger? You looking to start some trouble?
Who are you?
Me? I'm Sammy, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious criminal duo. You better not mess with us or you'll end up face down in a shallow grave.
You sound pretty tough. I wonder why I've never heard of you.
Simple. Up until now, we committed our crimes stealthily, leaving no evidence behind, so we never built a rep. But that's gonna change with our next score. You just wait and see.
What's your plan?
You'll have to ask Pauline about that. She's the brains of our operation. I'm the muscle.
The honcho.
No.
You best not try any funny business, stranger. One word from me, and Vance will plant you in the ground.
Who are you?
I'm Pauline, of Sammy and Pauline, the Wasteland's most dangerous and notorious criminal couple. You'd best not mess with us, or you'll have a bullet hole where your eye used to be.
You sound pretty tough. Why haven't I heard of you two before?
We ain't never heard of you either, so the not being impressed is mutual. Come a week or so, though, and everyone will have heard of Sammy and Pauline. Just you wait.
What's your plan?
Sammy and me got our hands on a powerful weapon not too long ago. Vance's gun. You know Vance, of Vance and Vicky? That gun's our shot at the big time. We're gonna sneak it in on the strip and rob one of the casinos. Maybe all of them. We'll be known as the greatest gunslingers to ever terrorize the Wastelands.
Your plan's gonna get you both killed.
You'll see. You'll feel stupid that you made fun of us when you learn how rich we are.
That's the greatest plan I've ever heard in my entire life.
Really? You think so? We've only got the one gun and there's two of us. And we've never done anything like this before. We've never been on the strip either, so we don't know how many guards the casinos have. And I kept having these nightmares. What are we thinking? We're gonna get ourselves killed. Look, tell Sammy to give you the gun, all right? Just take it. I don't want it around tempting us to do something stupid.
This better be good, stranger.
Police says you should give me the gun.
Really? Oh, thank God. I love that woman, but I swear this time she was gonna get us killed. The gun's in the safe. The combination's 5, 23, 34. Take it far away from here before she changes her mind.
Gotta go. Well, gives me a unique gun. Let's take a look at it. It is advanced submachine gun. 9mm. So unique SMG. Better. It doesn't have like the regular SMG. The regular 9mm has like a circle on top of this sight. So this cuts it out. That's nice. silence pistol. West side, west entrance. Where are we? Okay. Alright, well, first things first, we need to go to Miguel's pawn shop, right?
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one. You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to Westside?
What are you doing, Westside?
I help tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized.
How long have you lived in Westside?
Couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. Westside was a good place to settle down as any.
That sweetie sure is something. If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I'd buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too.
Have you been in Westside long?
My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him.
What do you got for sale?
Hey, what do you want?
Oh, before we do that, I have to go tell Contreras that there's a dude.
Looks like the war's ratchet.
Do I trigger this with him? I forget where I have to or not. Hold on. I'm gonna save just to make sure.
What do you want?
Have you seen a guy named Price around?
We work together. I'm handling his deliveries for the moment while he handles a business opportunity that came up.
Oh well, I'll come back
Whatever
when
you
he's around.
say, buddy.
Anything new happening?
I gotta let Contreras know that his body is not where he should be. That's rough. Our drug mule is missing. It's unfortunate. I have to let Contreras know. So I want some of that money. Ultimately, we're in the business of making money in the wasteland, and that's one of the ways. We'll make Vegas independent, or not independent. It will be under my control. I'll decide how things are run. Not Robert House. I'll make it so like we are the power, right? I don't want. These people don't deserve technological advances. We saw what they did already. It would just be accelerating the inevitable. I'd rather rediscover the wheel
Nelson's back
themselves.
in our hands.
With my authorization. Sounds ridiculous, but I don't care. Welcome to New Vegas. Do what I want.
So you're back.
Some guys standing in for Price. I didn't inquire further.
Huh, not good. Price works alone. Chat him up and see what's going on. Don't give him any details, and do not give him the package. There's a chance he actually knows Price, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
We don't need the end.
What do you want?
You said you were handling Price's goods while he's away?
Yeah, you need something?
I'm looking for some betting advice.
What? Look, do you have something to drop off or not?
Oh, come on, guy. You're no merchant. You got Ranger all over you.
What? How the hell did you figure that out?
Just recepted, and I assume you have nothing for sale, so I'll be on my way.
Hell, thought I'd done a better job than that. Well, if that's how it is, you can call me Ranger Keller. Price is in deep with the NCR for supplying drug ingredients to the local gangs. He's currently being held for questioning. What is your business with Price?
Nothing. I was just told he was a local merchant I should check out.
All right. If you hear anything, report it to myself or Lieutenant Boyd immediately. We need to track down his source.
CR.
That's... Sweetie, sure is.
Look at that boy run. Let's let him know that the boy is being held in deep shit because he's a dumbass. Contreras, you absolute donkey. Where are you?
So you're back.
Price is being held by the NCR. A ranger replaced him.
Ah, shit. Well, please tell me you didn't hand him the package.
No, here you go.
Thank God. You're gonna need to take him out. If McCarran hears I've been selling contraband, we're both dead.
You don't have to kill him. You can work with him and make caps.
That might just work. Tell him I'll cut him in on a bit of the profit and help him track down drug dealers if he'll give me a pass. The last thing I need is a do-gooder ranger trying to take me down.
Gray area, I like it. BRB. I remember this was a router in the original game, actually.
Anything new, Hackney?
What do you want?
Contreras would like to work with you.
Really now? We had our suspicions about that man, but he's got so many shipments going so many different directions, it's been hard to track. What exactly is his offer? Does he realize bribing a ranger is a hanging offense?
Don't charge him and he'll help you take down the local dealers.
He has himself a deal. However, if he tries to run or he continues to deal strategic assets with enemies, he's a dead man. Tell Contreras to expect to see me around more often. He better have a new bit of information when I stop in or I'm reporting his ass to Boyd.
let's finish that by going back over and letting him know. That's the best I can do for him. I don't want to get him in trouble with the law, like, you know, because he can either his shipments stop or they don't stop. So he thinks he was fine. So.
So you're back.
I convinced the ranger to work with you. You're safe, but be careful.
Good to hear. Well, I'd say you're officially invited to the big kid's table now. My stash is yours. Oh, and I think you might get more use out of this rifle than I ever will. Enjoy.
Oh, I forgot about this assault rifle.
Take your pick. Give me a shout if you...
Okay, no, we're good. Alright, let's go back to here. Ask Tom Anderson about Corporal White.
They say those robots on the strip running around with different pieces.
Welcome to Casa Madrid. Cheapest, cleanest whores in all New Vegas. If you want to know the rates for Poon, talk to the whores.
Is this apartment building yours?
Yep, for years now. Guess I should be calling it Casa Marco or something, but I haven't changed the signs. Folks who can't pay their way onto the strip need a place to stay too. And when Pretty Sarah set her whores up here, Casa went full service. Catch you later then.
Welcome to the Casa Madrid. If you got an itch needs scratching, you came to the right place. Just watch how you treat the merchandise.
Who's the merchandise?
3 flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house favorite, for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things.
What do you do around here?
I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms.
Oh, you're not one of the merchandise?
Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things.
How do you get burned so badly?
We don't talk about that. Next topic.
Tom Anderson, can I help you?
I hear Corporal White came here to investigate a water shortage.
No one by that name has come here, I'm afraid. You must have heard wrong. You can ask around if you like. They'll all tell you the same thing.
It was easy to figure out the NCR water storage points to you. Save me some time, will you?
Fair enough. Since you seem to have pieced it together, I won't insult you by denying it any further. I killed Corporal White to protect Westside's self-reliance. It was rash, and I regret it now. We don't have money to pay for the water, so I rigged a pump station to divert water to the local cisterns from time to time.
But I'd rather not turn you in, but someone else might come looking for White.
If the NCR thinks White was killed by, say, members from the Scorpions gang, it may be enough for them to close the case.
I could say that if the price was
Perhaps
right.
a partnership in the co-op would be enough. Say, 10% of daily profits.
I'm giving a very big secret here. 20% is fair.
20% it is. Etnine won't like it, but at least our secret will be safe. Thank you for keeping my secret. I'll make sure that nothing like it ever happens again.
You don't care.
Hi there. Welcome to the Westside Co-op. I'm Clayton Etienne. Let me know if you have any questions.
I'm here to talk to you about our new business arrangement.
Oh, that, yeah. Anderson filled me in on the details. Just let me know when you'd like your order to be filled.
And this takes me back to McCarran. Okay. So we found Westside, so we'll teleport back to Westside, and I think that'll be a good stopping point for the night. We did a lot of lore today, which I'm glad, because that way we know who the power players are in New Vegas. But I think the right strategy would be like to drag House along to see like the order that he would have done things, and then eliminate everyone.
You're back.
I have an update on Corporal White.
Don't tell me. He married the hooker.
A gang called the Scorpions murdered him. A man named Anderson witnessed it.
Shit. That's why you don't go wandering off looking for some call girl on the strip without telling somebody first. Anderson. Is that the followers of the apocalypse, Anderson?
He wants you to increase water flow to Freeside. Said it'd be lost otherwise.
Man, that guy's got water on the brain. Knows more about water pipes than any man should. If he says we're losing water, I think the Colonel would listen to that. I'll talk to him about it. But you, I owe you for this. You saved me a lot of work. And I'm sure Corporal White's family will be grateful to at least get some closure. The MPs keep a bunch of junk around that's confiscated off of people who decide to screw with us. I haven't really sorted through it, but go ahead and see if there's anything you can use in there. We keep it in a trunk across the hall, by the prison cells. Hey.
Over here. Cool. Okay. So now let's finish exploring Freeside. Whoa.
New happening?
Hello.
Hi.
Who are you?
Myself, Abish.
Nice to... Do you have trouble speaking?
Mm-hmm. I have to go, pal. Goodbye.
What's a super mutant like you doing in a place like this?
I wash my bone with Sibe. I have pogo. Higher?
Okay. Nothing there.
Anything new happening?
That's the co-op. Liquor.
Howdy. Name's Bob, but folks around here call me Klamath Bob. What can I do you for?
I take it you're from Klamath?
Yeah, good old Klamath. Not a bad place if you like hunting, eating, and skinning geckos all day. It's a pretty dull place, but I hear there was a bit of excitement when this tribal from Arroyo came to town years back. All before my time, though.
That tribe from Arroyo is the protagonist from Fallout 2. As the chosen one. I have some questions about this
I
this
might
area.
have some answers for you. What did you want to know?
What do you do around here?
I run the liquor store in Westside. With things this rough, some folks need a lot of booze just to step out of the door in the morning. After I close up shop, I walk around and help keep the peace. Not that I'm good with a gun, mind you, but someone's got to do it, you know?
Can you tell me more about Westside?
Well, things aren't great here, but I've seen a lot worse. We've got the fiends to the south of us, and that ain't good. The Scorpions hang out at the Monte Carlo when they aren't slinging chems or getting their heads blown off by the fiends. Probably the best thing we've got going on is the co-op, run by Mr. Etienne. Get some help from the followers of the apocalypse, I think.
You have a lot of run-ins with the fiends?
Not so much lately. The NCR is giving them hell anytime they poke their damn heads out. Bless those boys and gals for getting rid of that vermin. I feel pity for any man or woman that gets addicted to chems, but when they prey on decent folk, well, then it's time to put them down.
Tell me about the Scorpions.
Not much to tell. Typical gang of dumb bullies and angry nobodies. They're holed up a bit south of here, in the Monte Carlo suites. They think they're tough, but anytime they tangle with the fiends, they get torn right up.
What's so great about the co-op?
Food from the people and for the people. Anyone can buy, but the profits are shared by the folks who make the produce. Locals got these little gardens that do real well. Gosh darn well, truth be told. Etienne got some help from that Anderson kid, I think. Anyway, we don't gotta rely on merchants so much. And it means the troopers can use all the food they make over on the east side. Works out nice.
Do you know anything about that super mutant walking around town?
Oh, yeah, that's mean son of a bitch. I know the name sounds bad, but he likes it. He's one nasty old coot. Far as I can tell, he's one of them original super mutants. What came from the boneyard. Wandered about after that master fellow died. Eventually got caught somewhere around the hub back in NCR. Boy, they sure treated him mean down there. Cut him up so bad he can't talk no more. I tried to buy him just so they'd stop hurting him, but they didn't want any of it.
So the Master was the first final boss of Fallout 1. Do you know how he got away from the NCR?
Turns out some of them night kids, whatever you call those sneaky super mutant types, got in and busted him out. I guess somebody named Tabitha led the bunch that freed him. Don't know much more than that.
How did he end up on Westside?
He just showed up here one day. Couldn't really talk, but he remembered me all right. Ever since then, he's just been, well, hanging around, I guess. Does odd jobs for folks and smashes the bad guys when they come poking around.
People around here aren't afraid of him?
Some folks steer clear of him, for sure, but you don't seem to mind.
Anything new happening?
All right. I think this is a good stopping point. So let's review, right? So we met the big players, being House, Caesar, and we saw like what they want to do, right? And Ambassador Crockett. So now House is sending us over here to Nellis, right? To this area. So we'll go over here. What we'll do first will be cover West Side, the Thorn, Monte Carlo Suites, into the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters, right? And then we will start working our way over to Nellis, going into Raul Shack, so we'll recruit this man, and then keep going to Bitter Springs, finish up Boone, and then I think we'll probably move on to Cass and then start doing her side quest. And then we'll take care of the water here in Freeside as well. Alright, so let me save. And I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little trip. So now next time, as I mentioned, we'll head over down, finish the Sunset Sarsaparilla quest story, and then start moving towards Nellis, but we'll also go towards Bitter Springs. Then we will see depending on where House sends us. So we'll do the quest line based on how House recommends who to tackle, and in the end we'll kill him. So, all right. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.